Hello dear students. In previous two lectures we discussed about the basics of chemistry, and from today we are going to start our syllabus. First chapter, some basic concepts of chemistry. First of all, you have the knowledge of atom, molecules and compound. What do you mean by atom? You see in our basic lectures there is 1 to 30 elements. These all elements are known as atoms, or you can say that particles. Atoms have single atom like nitrogen, oxygen, or whatever you want to take from 1 to 30 elements. This is a single particle. Molecules means two or more than two atoms of a same element. Means nitrogen is attached with another nitrogen, then the molecule is N2. In same way, the oxygen is attached with another oxygen, that means O2 molecule. And the third category is compound. Compound means two or more than two elements, but the atoms are different. The example is NO2 and H2O. Many more examples are there: CH4, NH3, that is ammonia, CH4, that is methane. This is the basic terminology to understand the basic concepts of chemistry. Now, importance of chemistry. Chemistry is a very important subject in our daily routine life. You can see chemistry in surrounding of you at every places. The importance is in industries, means wax industry, paint industry, chemical industry. Salt means, one example is in our houses, that is NaCl. Dyes, these dyes are used to painting on cotton fabric. Detergents are used for washing clothes. Drugs department means medicines. Those medicines are under research of chemistry. And these two examples, one example is cisplatin and the another example is Taxol. These both drugs are very effective in cancer. In ancient times, we can say that if any human beings is causing the cancer, that will die compulsorily. But in nowadays, these two drugs are very useful in prevention of cancer. The another importance in soap industry. Alloys means two or more than two metals are combined with each other and forming a very stable compound, that is called alloys. In drug department, there is another example which is in short AZT. The name of AZT is azithromycin. Azithromycin is a very useful in treatment of AIDS. Nowadays, AIDS is also a preventive disease. In summer, we are using air conditioning in our homes for cooling. The another example is refrigerator, which is using the freon gas to cool down the objects. But the air conditioner is using chlorofluorocarbon, and the another is in a refrigerant which is called freon. Both are hazardous gases, means they are the main causes of greenhouse effect. So chemistry have a very eco-friendly branch. That branch is called greenhouse chemistry. This greenhouse chemistry is found the eco-friendly materials to replace the hazardous materials. So the safer alternative of chlorofluorocarbon was found in chemistry, and that CFC is replaced by HFC, means hydrofluorocarbon. This is a eco-friendly, environmental friendly gas. Now, in further state of matter. First of all, what do you mean by matter? Which have mass and occupies the space, that is called matter. You can take the examples of duster, chalk, wood, metal, anything, whatever you want to take. So the definition of matter is anything which has mass and occupies the space is called matter. The state of matter is distinguished between three main categories. First category is solid, the another category is liquid, and the third one is gas. Three type of states: solid, liquid, and gas. In solids, the particles are arranged in very uniform design, in attached with each other or very closely, because these three categories are based on these two major points: definite volume and definite shape. Suppose this is a square shape. In triangle, there is a triangle shape, but the molecules are arranged in very tight condition. It means the attraction forces are very high in solid category. Solids have the definite volume and definite shape. In another case, liquid, the molecules are arranged little far from solid. It means the attraction forces are less than solid and higher than gases, because the particles are very far in gaseous molecules. In this liquid, you can say that liquid have definite volume, but liquids did not have definite shape. Means we fill this water in a beaker shape, then it will gain the shape of beaker, and when we fill this liquid into the bottle shape, then it will gain the shape of bottle. So we can say that liquid have the definite volume but did not definite shape. In third category, gaseous molecule. In gaseous molecules, the molecules are arranged in very far area. Means you can see that in solids the distance between two particles is very less. In liquid, the distance between two particles is greater than solid, and in gaseous molecules there are many space in between the two molecules. That means the attraction forces in between these two particles are very less. So we can say that gaseous have did not definite volume and did not definite shape, and the attraction forces in gaseous are very low. Okay friends, now these three categories, solid, liquid and gaseous, these all states are interconvertible with temperature and pressure. So we can understand it from here. Solid material, if we increase the temperature, then this solid is converted into liquid, and suppose we further increase the temperature, then this liquid is converted into gas. In reversible direction, this is a gaseous state. If we decrease the temperature, then this gas is converted into liquid. If we further decrease the temperature, then this liquid is converted into solid. This case is related with temperature. But pressure, in solid state there is no effect of pressure, because the space in between solid molecules is very less. We cannot compress this solid material by applying the pressure. In liquid, there is a 4% of effect to reduce the space in between these molecules by the specific conditions. But in gases, the pressure effect is very high. You can compress these molecules by applying the pressure. When you applying the pressure, these gaseous molecules are converted into liquid. Then what is the example of these gaseous to liquid molecules? In our houses, the bottle of gas is filled by the butane gas. The butane gas is highly pressurized in bottle. That's why we get the liquid butane in our gaseous bottle. So we can apply pressure on gaseous molecules only very effectively. So these solid, liquid and gaseous all are interconvertible states. Now another case is classification of matter. This matter is divided into two main categories. The first category is mixture and the another category is a pure substance. This mixture is further classified into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. The common definition of mixture is two or more than two substances are mixed with each other and they are forming the mixture. But what do you mean of homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture? In homogeneous mixture, both the substances are mixed with each other and the molecules are uniformly distributed in whole the beaker. Means you cannot separate both the solids and liquids in homogeneous mixture. In heterogeneous mixture, the two or more than two compounds are mixed with each other, but the mixture is not uniformly distributed throughout the beaker. Means you can distinguish these two particles or two substances by definite or separate border line. In homogeneous mixture, the example is sugar solution. When you added sugar into water, then the sugar is dissolved into water and forming a uniformly distributed solution throughout the mixture. You cannot separate the sugar and water by physically separation borderline. In heterogeneous mixture, you can take the example of metal plus sugar particle. Means you can distinguish these two particles by a physically separated borderline. So in short, homogeneous mixture cannot be separated by physical method, and in heterogeneous method these both are separated by a physical method. Okay. In elements, these elements means we discussed in a starting of our theory. This is atom, or you can say particle, or you can say elements. All the elements are different in a different characteristics of chemical and physical properties. But in compounds have different compositions with different molecules, different atoms. Chemical and physical properties are also different from any other compounds. So we can take the examples like elements: hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, copper and zinc, etc. The molecules example is H2, O2, P4, S8 and N2. And in compound sections, two or more atoms of a different elements. Means first is hydrogen and the another one is oxygen. In these cases, hydrogen, oxygen, phosphorus atom 4 times, sulfur atom 8 times, nitrogen atom 2 times. But in this case, nitrogen is 1 time and hydrogen is 3 times. So the different atoms are used to form the compounds. Okay, this is our first lecture of basic compounds of chemistry, and we will discuss further in our next video. Okay, thank you.